with WLAF, joined now by head coach of the Jacksboro Eagles, Cody Parker. First off, Coach, thank you for your time today for this interview.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for covering us.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. So the season starts at Cherokee, first game on the road, a team that you are familiar with. Faced off in the state tournament last year. They got you 36-18. So how does it feel to start off the season with such a big-time game with a rematch of last year's state tournament or state final game?
Well, Clayton, I think, you just need to look at just from where we're at. Like, we know that they're going to be good, but our goal at the end of the year is to be playing at Campbell County High School for a championship, and more than likely that's who we're going to have to roll through as Cherokee. So kind of the thought process behind that was, let's just go see what they got right out of the gate, see who's better, and just kind of where, if they're better than us, how far do we have to go to get there? And if we're better than them, then we need to keep working because we know they're going to get better.
Man, you have that last year's team. You have lost quite a bit. You've lost quarterback Cooper Brayman, Max Boshears, Jordan Perkins. You've lost a lot. So who is some of those guys this year that will kind of step into their roles for this season's team?
Well, I think if you just look offensively, switching to the new system, we're obviously going to be a run-first team. And, realistically, Jack Sexton's going to carry the load for us. Jack's he was a great receiver for us last year as a seventh grader. So obviously having him coming back as an eighth grader and kind of his growth and maturity physically, and Jack's going to carry the load for us. Then you'll have Thomas Wilson playing that fullback position. Thomas will carry the load for us as well. Big, tough, strong, tough kid there and running in between the tackles. And then a good change of pace back for us is going to be a Vander DeMont, seventh grader, who's got incredible straight line speed for us and does a really good job blocking out there too.
What about on the defensive side of the football? Who's some guys to watch? What's the defensive game plan this year? Talk a little bit about the defense, if you would.
Well, we're going to base out of a 50 defense. That's just kind of what we've always done. And I think defensively, we're fortunate to have we had a bunch of eighth graders last year who had played. This year, we've got we're still going to have a big eighth grade class, but it's just guys who may have not had as much varsity experience coming into it. But defensively, I think up front is where it's going to start with us on defense. You're going to have guys like Weston Kivett, Porter Bostick, Jackson No, Jonathan Garcia, who are just really going to, I think, kind of set the tone for how we do as a defense. We're really big. It may be the biggest team I've ever had. And I think if we can match if we can be equal to Cherokee's physicality and maybe even exceed their physicality, we're going to be in good shape.
What about the coaches joining you on the sideline this year? Who's on your coaching staff this season?
Well, so this year, obviously we got a lot of guys that's been with us a long time. Jeremy Goins, Michael Brown, Skylar Kirby, Devin Jones, and Scott Webb, all just a bunch of fantastic guys. Who they just love Jacksboro football, and they love being around kids, and our program and Jacksboro Middle School is blessed to have that bunch of guys around their kids every day.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time. Just real quick, what is your final closing thoughts going in to not only the game against Cherokee but the season as a whole?
The expectation, Clayton, is to play for a championship every year at Jacksboro, and we're not going to stray from that regardless of the circumstances. Whether you're returning a whole lot or you're not returning much at all, I got enough faith in this bunch that at the end of the year, we stay healthy and continue to grow and get better, we're going to compete for a championship, and that's the expectation. And this year would be a great year to win it, though. So that's let's get to a championship and win it. That's our expectation.
Well, Coach, thank you. We look forward to covering you not only Tuesday night but the entire season. And thank you once again. And go Eagles, and best of luck.
Thank you, Clayton, and thank you to WLAF.